the D flat major scale. Okay, so visualising the D flat major scale it's quite an easy one to visualise because it uses all the black notes. It's similar to the key of B uses all the black notes. Key of D flat uses all black notes, and also the key of G flat uses all the black notes. So, and this one is quite symmetrical. Group 1 and Group 2. It's the first white note on the left of both those groups, right? So first white note, right? So it's quite an easy one to improvise over, the key of D flat. And similar is with the key of G flat as well, and we're going to get to that. And the key of, similar to the key of B when we looked at it. Because, if you could just remember the notes, the white notes, there's 2 notes to remember in these keys. Because you remember all black notes, that's easy, and you just got to remember the 2 white notes. So visualisation, a way to visualise your scale. And as you see, the way you visualise it isn't the way that you play it. You don't start on the F, you're starting on D flat. But visualising is a different thing than playing it with muscle memory. Okay, right hand finger placement for the D flat. So let's look at that. So again, we got the swing points going up, landing points going down. And we're going to focus on the ring, the middle and the ring, okay, on this one. Going up, ring, middle, ring, coming down, ring, middle, ring. And the formula's down there. So we're going to start on our index on 1, okay, so this is D flat. So it's not a difficult one, this one. So because we've got the 3rd finger now is associated with the 2 black notes, which is nice. And did I say 3rd finger? That comes from classical days. So the middle finger is associated with the 2 black notes, right? And the ring finger, right, is associated with the 3 black notes, okay? So, but we're going to focus on ring, middle, ring. So now you'll notice when it's, even though we're on the index here, right? And we are swinging on the first ring, middle up there, right? But we're not going to note that. Well, we don't need to note that because it is the start, and it's a very natural feeling to come down there. The first swing point's going to be the ring, right? And then it's going to be middle, ring, and then we do that flip there, so ring. So ring is associated with the 3 black notes, right? Group 2, associated with group 2. And then the 3 associated with the 2 black notes in this particular case. Whoop. Stay in key. Then middle. Okay, so when we practice it, we'll just stop there. So D flat. So we're starting on the index. So we go ring. Go slower too, because that's a bit too fast, because you need to hear it as well. Let me put my levels up a little bit. I think I've got one of my speakers out, but that doesn't matter. That won't matter for you. Ring, middle, ring, ring, middle, ring. Okay, so that's the right hand. So let's get to the left hand. So we start on the middle finger, D flat. Ring, so it's a landing point now, right? Ring. Again, the ring is associated with the 3 black notes, which is nice. And like the right hand, so that's nice. Ring. Middle. Ring. Ring. Middle. Ring. Okay. Ring, middle, ring. Right, so the previous one was ring, middle, ring. So this is quite a nice, easy one to remember. And this is also ring, middle, ring. Very nice. Finger mobility now. So now we're just going to practice it. So we're going to note the intervals there. So we've got 1, 2, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 3. 1, 3, 2. 2, 3, 1. Ring, middle, ring, ring, middle, ring, and we come home, right? Easy peasy, right? You're getting better now because you've been practicing the other scales, and you've come to D flat now, and your fingers are are now moving, and you get the concept. You understand the concept now with the ring, middle, ring, because you've seen it a few times. Okay, finger mobility, both hands. Okay, so this one's quite an easy one actually, because when we're looking at the formula here, we've got ring, ring, middle, middle, ring, ring going up, and ring, ring, middle, middle, ring, ring. And the nice thing about this is that for the ring on both hands, it's associated with the 3 black notes, and for the middle finger, it's associated with the 2 black notes. And we're going to note how quickly the ring and middle come. And we're going to find that the rings are going to be here with a note in between. The middles are going to be right and come right next to each other. And the rings are going to be up here, and the middles again here. Ring, middle, rings are middle. So let's show you. So let's put our middle left. Now you can actually stop the video anytime and actually try it for yourself. So we're going to be trying a few examples down the road with that style. But anyway, so we got ring, ring up here. Ring, 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 middle, 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 middle. And you'll notice that there's a nice rest point on the C there with our thumbs together. So that's another nice thing. And then we've got ring, ring here and here are the rings. So ring, 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 thumb, then middle, middle, left, middle, right, middle, left, middle, right, middle. And there's another rest point on with the thumbs on the F. That's nice. And then again, we just do it again. Ring, ring, resting. We just finish up actually there, right? Ring, ring, middle, middle, ring, ring, and we come home. Easy. So this one is quite an easy one to remember. But again, practice with your right hand and practice with your left hand and then join them together, okay? And we want to go through these a little bit quickly, but just practice, you can start reducing saying middle, ring, ring, middle, middle, ring, ring, middle, okay? And but you always make sure you learn it by saying it first, and then if you're playing it and you skip saying a middle, that's fine, as long as your muscle memory will take over. But always practice the right hand and then the left hand. I'm just going to move on fast now. So ear harmonisation, we've seen all this before, where we hold down the E flat, and if you haven't seen this, just watch some of the other key videos on the key signatures, and this all makes sense. But so D flat, we're just hearing a melody over the chord, so the bass of a chord. So we're just holding the D flat. We're not holding the pedal down, right? And we're just playing the scale. And then when we get to D flat again, and we do the same, ring. Okay. Now, tonality training is when we're listening for the key, and we do that by holding down the pedal. And we want to, while we're doing that, we want to hold that down too. Just hold down the D. And when we're up here, we can press it again, and even down here. Right, so we're just listening to the sound of the intervals, but go a bit slower on that. Actually, with this, you don't really need to go a bit slower because it's tonality training. What we're listening for is all the notes played together. So whether going slow or not, it's not going to really matter with this one. But this one will matter. So we want to take our time to hear the interval. So we're listening for a second, and at the same time, make sure you're naming the intervals too. So that's a second and a third. But don't say them out loud at this stage. Just say them in your head so you can actually hear as well. But when you do say it, it does reinforce your ear. Second, third, fourth. So what you usually do is you play it first, second, third, fourth, third, second. So you want to hear it first, and then by saying it, it just reinforces it. Right? It's a bit like when you write something down when you're learning, it reinforces the learning of it. This happens subconsciously in your head. You don't even realise it's happening, but you'll get better at picking up melodies, right? And then we're focusing on picking up the melody, and then you're going to naturally, it's all going to come naturally. You'll be able to hear chords inside a key, right? And there's ways to do that. You focus on a bass note, and then first you work out the key signature and focus on a bass note. There's tricks to it, but understanding what that is, you know, because if you've got the bass note and you know all your chords, you can easily find the song by listening. Anyway, let's keep going. So that's that one, interval recognition. So melody training is we've got constraints so to keep us focused, and we're going to be just playing with the same finger numbers on the right hand, but we're going to make up a melody. We can play the same note, and you can bring that in whenever you like. And you'll bring it in to evoke a feeling, you know, on the different interval. There's a major there. You might want that feeling, so you'll bring it in together to make it stronger, to be able to hear it stronger. So these are harmonic intervals we're listening to here. So there's a bass note involved. The melodic interval movement is when you're just moving. It's melodic interval moving. So the melodic interval movement is, we just hear that now. We're so good at that, right? So we don't really have to focus on that we're moving. It is nice to know that you're moving a tone up or a tone down, but we don't focus on that when we're learning in this method, because your hands actually are being taught it by doing the harmonic intervals. And they magically know how far to go up and down. And it happens with more practice. So we just focus on the harmonic intervals, okay? And we'll know by knowing the intervals how far to go up. And our hand will automatically know too the distance. Right? So all that comes in time. So we're just going to reduce the constraints, and we can skip notes, but we still have to keep the finger numbers, right? And we have to rise up. Keep the same finger numbers. 4. So that the ring's associated with the 3 black notes, and the middle's associated with the 2 black notes, and the thumb is both on the white notes as your rest points. Think of them. C. Remember, it's on the white on the left. And then when we get to song training, it's a bit restrictive still, because we're only playing one note. We're not playing chords, but we're not up to that stage yet. But we will, right? One thing at a time. Wax on, wax off. This way you can use any fingers you like and do anything you like, as long as you're in key. But we'll just stick to one note for now. We'll be doing a lot of improvisation, and I'm going to show you. You'll be writing songs in no time with this system. You'll see, and we're going to get to that very quickly. There's just a few more lessons I want to do before we start to get into our own compositions. So you're going to have a lot of fun with this course. And again, I've got no answers and questions. Okay, so keep your questions coming. So you've got my book, of course, so you can just, you know. I think I've done a pretty good job with making it as easy as possible to understand. But yeah, any questions, you go over, the book's a reference, go over it a couple of times and keep it as a reference for yourself. But it's all going to make sense when you start reading the book. And then it's just a matter of practice, you know. It's not as hard as you think, theory. There's a lot of relationships, and when you reread the chapters of the book, they start to make sense. The relationships start to, you know, make sense. And especially when you go through the modes, I'm sure you maybe haven't got there yet, but you're going to have a few questions with modes. Anyway, so again, lesson 15 is the last lesson, so it's going to be G flat. And then I can, I'm really excited to move on, okay, because these are a little bit, they're all the same. So I'm going to collaborate all these together into one, but I'm going to cut them very short, and I'm just going to have the visualization and the hand placements without any of the exercises or anything at the front. And I've already started that, and it's about a bit over an hour video, but it would have chapters. So you can go to that video, and I can direct you to that and go, if you just want to see the hand placements, you can just go straight to the chapter. So that makes it a bit easier. All right, that's it, and I'll see you in a lesson, next lesson. Okay, that's the end of this one. PDF for the presentation is again in the description, and my book is in a pinned comment. You can, or linked at my video on the YouTube channel. There's a link going to my shop, and you can just purchase the book. All right, part A, and that's it. I'll see you in the next lesson.